Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses, here to open up my 92 plus Hidden Gems Diamond Pack from placing in Tier 3 from the first weekend of King of the Court here in NBA 2K26 My Team. That was a lot of words. If you guys joined me in stream, which if you did, shout out to you, or if you watched any of my lineup update videos from this past weekend, then you might have heard me say probably a couple of times that Tier 3 was my goal. I knew that for two different reasons, anything above Tier 3 was going to be very, very difficult. Number one, I watched a number of YouTube videos and streams on both Twitch and YouTube of people who were grinding their way through the King of the Court ladders, and some people had a really hard time getting past Tier 2, which I believe is top 10%, and I even saw some people really having a hard time clearing past Tier 3 to get into the top 10% from top 50%, which, you know, there may be another video coming out in the future on this channel. If not, I'm sure plenty of other people are going to be talking about it on their own channels, about the way the King of the Court leaderboards work, the way the placement system works, the point system, because essentially, if you get a rage quit and you've already won 4 games, the odds of that game that you had just won where your opponent quit out, the odds of that game giving you enough points to supplant any of the other previous 4 games that you had won are really low. And I think for a lot of people who spent a lot of time playing in the King of the Court tournament this weekend, they probably left this weekend, and you may be one of these people, you might have left this weekend feeling like a lot of the games that you played in King of the Court was a waste of time. And that's kind of crappy, right? Like, at least last year, every single time you won a game, you were getting points towards, you know, the different rankings, the different tiers. This year, there's a chance that if if you're in a really sweaty game, or if you force a rage quit, that you're not going to get enough points, or maybe any points, to count towards your event point total. So that's a major issue. And it also kind of sucks that 2K didn't really give us any clarification or any understanding of how exactly this point system works. A lot of it was up to us to figure out, which 2K loves doing that, right? I mean, you look at Breakout. 2K loves to give us game modes without telling us exactly how to play the game. You know, it's like getting a new board game and you don't get that little booklet that tells you everything that you need to know about the rules on playing that game. So yeah, case in point with King of the Court as well. Hopefully they make a change going forward, but regardless, Splash still ended up winning. I guess we can now go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. Here's our Tier 3 prize, 192 plus Hidden Gems Diamond Pack. You can see here Splash ended up winning. I know people like Killzamoy had a really hard time finding a game. I think Killzamoy tweeted that he was not able to find a game over the final 50 hours, which is, you know, quick math, over 2 days of trying to load into a game. Killzamoy had no luck, which is also really, really trash. And I think that's maybe the one thing people want to know the most about, because I think when it comes to the point system, 2K did make it clear that you're only going to get a score based off of your top 4 highest event point games. So like if you win 4 games by like 10 points, those 4 games are going to count towards your event point total. But if the rest of the way you only beat your opponents by like, you know, a point total that's less than 10, or if your opponent quits while you're up by like 10 plus in the second quarter, you're not going to get as many points as you would have if they stayed in the game. We need more clarification on that, plus the way the matchmaking works once you win a certain number of games. I think that's what I'm most interested in. But that's why I stopped at Tier 3. I figured I would save myself all that stress, guarantee myself a diamond pack, and move on. Also because, look, you guys have seen me open up packs on this account. I do not get the best pack luck for the most part on this account, and that's totally fine. You know, I mean, I fully expect to see a duplicate Kyle Lowry or Bruce Bowen, to be honest with you, or maybe I'll see one of the other Hidden Gems Diamonds who I saw in my option pack for hitting level 37 who I did not want. This is the lineup, obviously, that I ran in King of the Court, and the last thing I'll say before I open up that pack, this lineup is also a reason why I didn't want to push my luck and try for top 10%, because this lineup, even getting me to top 50%, was a blessing. I learned the hard way that running with a non-shooting center off the bench is a recipe for disaster. My opponents off-balled me like crazy on stream, and I wasn't even that mad at it. You know, usually I feel like I am notorious on this channel for complaining and crapping on the off-ballers. But in this case, off-ball kind of made sense, right? I have a center who can shoot. You should leave him wide open. Now, I didn't do that to my opponents when I was playing because I enjoy playing on-ball defense, but I didn't blame my opponents for off-balling Steven Adams because he's, I mean, to call him a 0 on offense is putting it lightly. He was a negative on offense because he can't shoot. He was clogging up all the floor spacing that we had, which made it really tough to score. In fact, if my stream ends up processing from yesterday, the last game I played, which was a crazy game, we really struggled in the second quarter when my bench unit was in. And then we ended up making a change in the second half, which ended up, I think, opening up the floor for us tremendously. And you guys will hopefully see that video again later on today if I'm able to get that stream from yesterday rendered and that video edited and uploaded for you guys. But yeah, this was the lineup. We'll see if we're going to end up having time to play in King of the Court next week. But if we do, we really need to address the backup center situation pretty badly. We'll see if we can get a guy like Channing Frye, the Amethyst that came out in this past Friday's Limitless set, I believe was the name of the promo. Would love to get Channing Frye for less than whatever he's going for now, which is like, what, 25, 30K, I guess. We'll have to see. But yeah, had a really good time, a fun time playing in King of the Court. Just need to work on my bench unit. Okay, we've yapped long enough. I'm honestly kind of dreading opening up this pack. We'll have to see what we end up getting. Again, I just want someone who's going to be usable, which, yes, everyone wants someone that's going to be usable. But here we go, man. I still think, regardless of what happens here, I think King of the Court, if you're able to win 2 games, is the best and most efficient way to get a diamond player in this game every single week. Now, there are a lot of troll diamonds. I've seen some horrific pulls on Twitter. I think of all the most commonly pulled cards, the one card I would like the most, and I'm saying this knowing he has a busted jumper, is Jonathan Isaac. I would love Jonathan Isaac. Again, I don't want a duplicate. I don't want a card. I don't want Jason Williams. But that's who I'm honestly afraid of getting as well, Jason Williams. Let's just flip it and see, man. I mean, give me... I'd love Dyson Daniels. I'd love Jonathan Isaac. I'm cool with Kwame Brown. A big that can shoot would be tremendous. Let's flip it and see, man. Come on, 2K. Bless your boy. Small forward with posterizer. 90 driving dunk. Who is this? Is this Jason Richardson? No, that's not Jason Richardson. Who is that? Is this Mark Aguirre? This might be Mark Aguirre. I'm cool with Mark Aguirre. I'm cool with Mark Aguirre because he was one of the players I was debating taking out of my diamond option pack besides Bruce Bowen. Mark Aguirre is kind of nice. We actually do have a bit of a void here off the bench at the small forward position. You know, no offense to Jamal Mashburn and Tobias Harris, but like Jamal Mashburn was not playing all that well for us. So as of right now, let me just bench Jamal Mashburn for Mark Aguirre. Only 6'6". That is obviously not ideal. But if we take a look at what he looks like, stats and badges wise, 98 offense, 88 defense, and 87 3-pointer is great. 90 driving dunk, 85 perimeter defense, not bad. 88 speed is pretty nice. Let's take a look at the badges. Brick wall on Hoff is great. Silver Deadeye is pretty solid. Silver removable, not bad. Lightning launch and layup mix master on Hoff. I mean, the lightning launch is great. Gold interceptor is great. Hoff off-ball pest, also great. No on-ball menace is kind of tough. We could always add that to him. He has a number of decent badges. Honestly, look, not an undersized point guard, which is not bad. Not a duplicate, which is not bad. Let's take him into shoot around and see what that jump shot looks like on Mark Aguirre. Potentially a pretty nice addition to our squad. Not a center, but not the worst thing in the world. Again, only 6'6" is not great. Hot spots all inside of that 3-point line. The jumper looks nice without using no dip. With no dip, oh, that jumper's nice. Oh, that jumper's really nice. Oh, I like this. Okay, and then what do those dunk animations look like? Okay, nice. I love the non-flashy dunk animations. Will I get that every single time? Yeah, not bad. Okay, Mark Aguirre. Not bad. Again, not an elite option, We could have done much better, but we could have also done a lot worse. And I am very cool with Mark Aguirre. Again, I've seen some horrific pulls. I've seen people on Twitter hitting top 10%, hitting tier 2, and their option packs include Kyle Lowry and Jason Williams. So I will gladly take Mark Aguirre. Again, not going to make a massive difference on my team, but we needed help. We get him at a position, we get a player at a position of need off the bench. And now that allows us for the remainder of the week to focus on improving our backup center position. So we'll see what we end up getting. We're going to be grinding some salary cap this week also. So I really want that option pack. I'm pretty sure you get an option pack for hitting 2,500 points in salary cap in each of the 3 rounds. And if you take a look here, we did play a little bit of salary cap on stream. I think I played 1 game off stream. I don't remember, but we're 2-1 regardless. And we're going to hopefully be able to grind out some more salary cap throughout this week. And if we stream tomorrow morning, which I'm going to try to stream tomorrow morning, we're going to try and get some more salary cap games in then as well. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Let me know who you got in your King of the Court pack down below. I'm curious to know, first of all, did you also go for the top 50%? Did you place higher? And if you did place higher, who were in your option packs, or your option pack, I guess. Again, happy with Mark Aguirre. Could have been a lot worse, and I feel like he's going to actually be pretty decent for us. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.